Welcome back to FAIRHEAD and our Fair Energy Let's Play playthrough thingy-me-jigger. We are just very carefully unloading the last of the multi-pack bales into the BGA. They're all fermented, and we had processed all of the whole crop silage. Now we're into October. Reason for that is I want to be able to cut the rest of our field, so they needed to go another stage. The money and the reason that I haven't turned around yet. Now this was an honest mistake. You know me, honest, and I will tell you the truth. The one network distributor was struggling to keep up, so put another one in. I hadn't realised, because it was quite early in the morning, that this was the, we won't say cheaty, we'll say enhanced, but it is the cheaty one, so it runs really quick. So my logic is that, if and I've just show you, so this at the minute is processing grass silage and is distributing to the first one that we put in. Okay, so we're just waiting for that to flick over the hour, and then at least we can start distributing and processing again there. When we get backed up, we will then enable this one. Okay, so that is the plan. But it's been making about, the one on its own was making about £5 grand an hour. So yeah, awesome bits of kit, fantastic mods, and I'm not just saying that. So nothing else has been done, he says. No. So my plan is, like I said, to get the rest of the grass chopped. I think we're going to start with this field here, number 92. But what I want to do is I want to try and cut out the mowing stage. So I'm going to look to see if we've got one of those Crone disc mower things. Set it up on Courseplay and auto drive, he says, and see how we get on. So I'll get organised and I'll see you in a second. Well, second headland underway and first trailer load complete. We will attempt to drive the second one for a little while, just so we've got something to do, basically. I say attempt, we don't want to get in the way too much. But so far, there's been a few little collisions. I think we might swap to the outside here now. It's going quite well, I have to say. There's not been too much drama. Headlands are always a bit tricky. We are going to do a spiral pattern. That's how I've set Courseplay up. Just because it should, he says, make it easier for things to follow. Actually crossing fingers. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the tip as well. We can do that through Simple Inspector though. I've been out of the game as well and installed Park Vehicle, so we're not tabbing through every single one every time we're trying to move vehicles, so that's hopefully going to be helpful. So yeah, and relax. Now I'm not sure how many we'll get done in this episode. I'd quite like to get everything that's fully grown done and in the pit, and then it's a case of maybe we'll mulch. We'll see about the tillage score as to whether we need to re-drill this year. But yeah, lime, nitrogen. Probably might look at getting a slurry spreader of some description, because we'll have quite a bit of digestate hopefully. So, yeah, should be quite good. And we can get that done through some of the winter months, and then we can just... The beauty about the save is we can just skip through until first cut. Maybe take some contracts, see what's available. Yeah. Quite liking the flexibility of not having to look after animals. Now, that's interesting that that's decided to go that way. I know why, because I haven't looped it off the... That's my fault. We'll see. We'll see where that ends up. But, yeah, fingers crossed it'll find its way back and sit at the waypoint waiting for the forage harvester to get to it. So having just tipped ourselves, I've now added in... So before the worker went off that way... so I've now added in a spur back into this little loop that we have put into field 92. There was a bit of, we'll say faffing, we like that term, between auto drive and courseplay. Had to intervene a little bit, but then it all sort of kicked in and we're underway again. We've got, let's get rid of that menu there. We have got, have a look, about 300 and some thousand litres. Yeah, 394 at the minute. 2% compacted. That's going to be a job and a half. But yeah, looking good. I need to have a bit of a scout as to which field we go to next, because I think this has not got... How long are we looking? Is it telling me? About 10, 11 minutes left. Once it's sorted itself out. May have spoke too soon with the old spiral technique, but I don't know, the worker seems to be repositioning quite well. But yeah, I think this is quite a quick way of doing it. We're missing out the, obviously, the... Maybe not, obviously. We're missing out the mowing first and then the pickup bit, but yeah, seems to be working well so far. Right, we'll let that crack on. I'll have a scout as to which field we go to next, and we'll see what process we follow in that one. Well, I have to say, these last few passes have been a little bit awkward, I think is probably the word. Yeah, not auto drive, courseplay. Was getting a bit confused because some of the paths were overlapping, crossing over, one of the three. So yeah, a bit interesting, but we got there in the end. Right, I have made a list of the fields we've still got to do, in no particular order. 67, 75, 69 and 74. Can't read my own writing. Yeah. So, I think... Well, my assumption would be, and we're going to do a bit of a recce with the tractor and trailer first, is we'll go to 74. Hoping we can access this from the road. So, let's give it a whirl, shall we? I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we'll stick some beacons on anyway. There we go. Right. Made a start. We're heading the right way. A bit of in cab. There we go. I must say the I've been find the loading. No, we don't want to go down there. Trying to do the loading of bales and stuff in cab seems to be getting a bit easier. Touch wood. One of those things that, because of the sort of perspective in FS, you almost have to get yourself a point on the front loader or the telehandler, whatever you're using, and try and line that up as best as possible to a point on the bale. If that makes any form of sense. Right, we are here, but can we access from the road? Yes, we can. Marvellous. Right. So let's get this in here. Hopefully the gate opens inwards. Aha. Result. There we go. Right, so we are in. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can get the forage harvest. Oh, we might be able to. Yeah, we might be able to squeeze that through there. Right, what I'm going to do is turn the beacons off on this. There we go. We will bring the what's it called? Forage harvester down here. So that'll be down here when you see me next. We'll go through the gateway, hopefully. And what I'll do is I'll just draw the route, auto drive route to this field as well with the other trailer. So I'll see you in a minute. So with the auto drive route set up, again it's a bit tight. We did have to lease the header trailer to go with the X disc. There was no way we were getting down the lanes, and we got most of the way, and then the fences came into play. So yeah, leased the trailer and actually managed to get it into the field first attempt, which I was mildly surprised at. So I don't think it's hard to tell how much yield we're actually going to get, but I think what we'll do is, again, we'll just back that off there. It should be far enough out the way so that we can set up a course. So let's lose... right, no, we don't want to lose auto drive. We need to set that to field 74. Now we can lose that. Bring up course plate. Clear the course. And we want first waypoint. And I think 3 headlands. We'll max out the... Too far. What does spiral look like? No, I think we're just going to go for up and downs. Should be alright, shouldn't it? What's the worst that could happen? It's only a small field. Right, so that's got the course there. If we come out of there now and hit play, and then course play can go. Oh, without having to just a thing. There is a tractor on the way, which is going to hit the trailer. You didn't see a thing, alright? You didn't see a thing. I've worked out, actually, how the field boundaries are done. I don't know if you can find a point where you can possibly see it. Basically, what the ground is sort of mounded. Just like you've got the very finest paint landscaping tool and raise the land just a bit. Which is a very clever way of doing it, actually. Means you can get through and over, but yeah, quite a nice way of doing it. I like it. Right. Oh dear. Headlands. It's always the way. First headland takes a bit of time, but you'll see the worker is sorting itself out, and I'm sure the dents in the forage harvester will buff out. Honest. Right, we'll let them navigate their way around the headland, and we'll catch back in a second. So it's actually easier for me to drive the first headland. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike then. It's just so close, so tight. I'm a little bit quicker at manoeuvring than the auto drive driver, so yeah, for the sake of time, I took over. Must say, while I recall, massive thank you to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. Thank you very, very much for your continued support. So this is being recorded actually before before the episode 4, I think, comes out. Been a quiet week last week for videos just because of time. So I record a week ahead, if that makes sense. So the time at Llama 8 into normal recording time. So yeah, never mind. Hopefully the week that you are watching this, we have had a full suite of videos out for Saxthorpe and obviously FAIRHEAD, where we are now. What it has meant is that this week I've been able to, with evenings being freer and editing done, I've been able to spend some time on Disturbed's new multiplayer save on FAIRHEAD, actually. And it's been really cool. Quite a few of the guys have been on there. Eagles, Marnox, I think Bill jumped on as well. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's so much silage, funnily enough, so many bales. But yeah, doing the old manual loading, just because it's such a small access to the fields. You know, we've seen it ourselves. But oh, pay attention. So yeah, you can't really get in the big gear, so everything's been relatively small, but upgrades are being made and there's cows on the farm already, so yeah, it's really good fun. It really, really is. Oh, come on, I'm here. Just go. Oh dear. They're a bit pedantic, the old forage drivers. There we go. So we're 90%. I think what we'll do is, once we are full up, we'll set this off on auto drive to get emptied. And then we'll fill up the other trailer. Where on earth are you going? Don't turn that way. Oh, I see. I see what you're doing. Right, you make your turn and I will as well. There we go. Come on then, I'm here. Oh, you're so needy, Mr. Jaguar. I don't want to be driving in the grass, really. Let's just... We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Get this one sent off. Should be full off this pass, hopefully. And then comes... I think once we've done all of the cuts, I'll spend some serious time getting everything levelled and compacted. Not really looking forward to that, but hey, my own fault. Should have done it as we went along. But never mind. Right, that's a bit better. Go on then. There we go. We should definitely... There we go. We're full up. Right, so... Bring up the old auto drive. It should... You can't reach Fair Energy Bunker 1. Sure. Ah, I think I know what I've done. Right, bear with me. I'll go and fix it, and I'll be back. So let's just try this again. So what I think was the problem is I had taken the route off of a one-way course, and I hadn't linked it back going the other way. So it's... What? Oh, why do you do it auto drive? Back up. Come on. You're going to get yourself stuck now. Right, so that... No, let's get it to here. There we go. That's better. Right. Next trailer. Let's see how well this will do. Oh, look, straight away. Cracking. It's just going to spin itself round. Yeah, that's the wait point. Now into the field. See, I love it when it works. Just straight away. Bang, poof, go. Right, we're nearly done. I'll catch up with you shortly. And we'll see about doing another field. We'll see how we go for time. Hopefully this should run, famous last words, relatively smoothly. Well, what's the old saying? If you want a job doing, as he puts his head in his hands, do it yourself. Followed perfectly up the field and then decided to clear off into the next door field there and try and turn around through a gate. Just... don't get it. I just don't get it. I think half the issue is that the forage harvester likes tractor and trailer to stay relatively close, even through the turns. But auto drive has different ideas, so never mind. Anyway, the other Massey in the trailer have tipped, and bottom left you can just see the worker making his way back, so it's a good test of the course and the entrance into the field. So if we get on this side, there we go, you can see Massey just coming over the brow of the hill. Hopefully it's not going to tank into any gate posts, but we are good to go. Let's watch how that comes through the gateway. Cluttering about. Oh, is it going to get through? Power. Oh dear, I love it. Almost like I was driving that. So, we should finish up here. We'll move into, I think 75 was ready to go as well. So, what we can do, and we'll do this live, is bring up the old doofree bobbins, and we'll go from... we want to be here really, so it's relatively straight. Come on, back up. There we go. And we will go for... in fact, bear with me 1 second. Let's get this just there. Back into the tractor so we've got a clear run, because we don't want to be entering the field too much. Now, do we want a single or a double? We'll go for a two-way. There we go. And then we can just head up here. Not sure what it's like through this gateway, so we'll go steady. Interestingly, quite narrow, but it works. So if we go to, I think, here, and then we will create ourselves, what field's this? Field 75. So F75, wait, okay, and then we'll do a loop into the field, and then join it back up here. Super. Turn that off. And then we can bring everything through. Fingers crossed. And yeah, get this field done as well. So that loop should then suffice. Go back down the road where we know it runs and works. And head back down to the farm. Because we could go that way, but as we know from past experience, this lane down here is incredibly narrow. We've just sent a full load off on auto drive to the bunker, and looking at he says, trying to glance down, looking at Simple Inspector, it seems to have made its way out of the gateway from the other field and is well on its way to the bunker. So yeah, job's a good one. You can get this sort of stuff around most of the map. There are points which are incredibly tight, but we seem to be doing okay so far, and it's working well with me driving the headlands. So and to be fair, the up and downs seems to be a lot smoother. So yeah, drive it, get a full trailer, stick it onto auto drive and let that do the karting. In fact, you can just see it bumping down into our BGA yard, which I have to say I'm quite pleased with. There's a few rough bits of landscaping, but it's never going to be perfect. I think we all know that landscaping is not my finest point. But yeah, quite pleased. We're going to have a productive day. The silage is mounting up. I need to see whether or not... I can't remember. I don't think we can cut grass in November. So... but we've got plenty of time between now and then to get the fields that are fully grown done. And then what we'll probably do, like I said before, is reset everything to the same state if we need to. Lime, burr, all that good stuff to make sure we get the best yield possible for next year's cuts. Ooh. There we go. Right, let's just let this work out where he wants to be. There we go. Super. It's going to be a short little run, and then yeah, because we're on to the up and downs now, so shouldn't take too much longer. Well, it hasn't taken the 2 hours that we've skipped in game. Some moron walked away from the computer and forgot to pause the game. So yeah, we've advanced a little bit of time, but still nothing to worry about. Now, I really like using that system with the old X disc on the front. I remember it working very well on the Oats, and it's worked, I think, just as well on here. So we will get this sent back to the... no. We'll drive this back to the yard, tip in the bunker. We will see how much we've got in there, and then we'll call it a day. But I think that's pretty good. 3 fields worth of silage done. What was it? 92, 74, 75. What was that song? Name that song. And we've got 67 and 69 left to do. But I need to assess the access to those. 69 looks a little tight. But we'll see how we get on. We've got our ways and our means. And the different techniques of making silage. So we'll tackle that another time. Right, let's get in here. There we go. I think probably all of the silage is processed through the BGA now, which is good. It doesn't hang around. Let's try and fill in. Oh, fill in the dent in the trailer. Back up there. Look for the right button on the side panel. There we go. Oh, bit of a bounce. There we go. Some serious compacting and leveling is going to be needed. Right, let's turn that off there and see what we've got. Bring up the old F1. 550,000 litres. That is a pretty good haul. Very good. Right, we're going to leave it there for today. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.